Yeah,
We are LIVE.
live.
Matter of fact, let me do a little call for a little bit of TIME. Let me do it like, oops, that's not what I want to do. Don't you carry nothing that might.
Feel love.
We we are live. Anybody that has audio coming out of a speaker, please turn that speaker down if you got that. Anywho, we are live. We are live, y'all. Let me get us a little bit of music playing. How about that? Yeah. Okay, we already got some folks in the building already. That's what's up. Shoot be do. Mm,
Lolo.
right. Let me do it like that. Let's see here. Girl, from this day I do swear. Oh, turn that off. Oh, I gotta go get something.
Gotta go get something.
I know sometimes it gets hard and love can leave a few scars. Now I know that you're the one I love. Girl.
Y'all good? Y'all good? We all quiet like little good kids in school.
Yeah, waiting to cut
I'm
up when
good.
you leave.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cut up tonight. Trust and believe that we are going to cut up. Well,
I
some
don't,
of
I don't,
some of
I
us
don't buy
are.
it. I don't buy it. I don't believe it.
You don't believe it?
I don't
Mm,
believe it. I don't
mm.
think it's gonna happen.
Shoot, be do. Really? That's how you feel?
Oh, it's
Uh,
going down.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I
Yep.
mean, hey.
Oh boy.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's your boy Onyx. Well, some of y'all, boy. Welcome to Gentlemen After Dark. We've been missing for a minute, just a hot minute, but we are here tonight. We're here to cause a ruckus. Well, I know I'm is. I don't know how they
Yeah.
gonna react to it,
I,
but anywho,
yeah. Here we go.
here we go. I see some folks in the building. Good evening to you. I'm gonna just run it through. Miss T, I see you 2 times. Miss T is in the building. Alona's here. She says she's gonna be a little bit late, but she is here. My guy, Busy. What up with you, boy? Thank you for being here. can
Hi,
I
busy.
can I do something special real fast? Real fast. Like I really had to ask. Tonight's episode of Gentlemen After Dark brought to you by Flavor Flames Candles. Hey Tamara, I see you. Um I
What's up,
just gotta say
cuz?
this, y'all. I got this package in the mail. I figured that today I would do an unboxing for
Ooh.
all the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you, Tamara. It's kind of nice to be the host of the show. We get nice little things. I wish I could show y'all everything like this, but I got a little
We.
magnet, a magnet, a little instruction box. Let me see what we got here.
Instructions.
You said
Oh,
we. You said we.
Weed.
You
Right.
said it's
We
nice
got
when we get we.
We. Me.
right.
You.
That's Onyx Orlando. If you know my middle name and anything else that you might call
So all your
me.
aliases. Okay.
Oh shoot. Oh man, she gonna make me try to read in the dark. God damn it, Maverick. Anywho, I got a lot of good stuff, y'all. I can't wait. It's look. Shh. We got candles. Uh-huh. It's going down at the VVK. Oh, that smells good. Whew, I can smell that through the plastic. Thank you, Tamara. I appreciate you. Flavor Flames. Hey,
Potent. It's potent.
it's potent, right? I know it's some grown man up in here, so yeah,
Oh yeah, that's yeah. If
that's the
you smell
business.
that,
That's the business. You feel
that's good
me?
money. That's good money.
Anywho, let's get back to it. Tamara's in the building, like I said. Soul, body, mind, detox. I see you. What the hell?
That was it, Fuego? No.
No, that was
I was on mute.
our I won't say who she is.
It was
Someone
me.
making
I
a
own
face.
my responsibility. I am accountable. I dropped something.
Okay.
What? You know what? She standing on.
Oh,
Business.
I like
oh
that.
my God.
If I
Stand
show
on
up,
it.
everybody was like,
10 toes down. Look at you coming back with a vengeance. Easy, Cadillac. Easy.
low down, low down.
Anywho, Soul Body Mind Detox. I see you, Miss Dana is in the building. My sissy Vet's in the building. Thank y'all for being here. Clutch, I see you. Eric Johnson, that is. I feel like Miss Garcia, y'all. Melanie Williams is back again, y'all. Thank you, Melanie, for your continued support. I appreciate that. She says, hey, y'all. And Tamara says, you're welcome. Oh, thank you. Anywho, how y'all feeling?
Wonderful.
I'm good.
Wonderful.
Great on this end.
Pretty good.
That's what's up. So let me just go ahead and just call out the names. When I say your name, go ahead. You can do the wave. I ain't gonna highlight you. I'm gonna just let you do whatever you do. Freestyle. Here we go. From the top left across the grain, we got Miss T in the building.
Oh yeah.
We got the Doughboy in the building.
Oh yeah.
We got Fuego.
Oh yeah.
Down at the bottom. Oh, she made it. Auntie Lolo's in the building.
Oh yeah.
Miss Day's in the building.
Oh yeah.
The dude himself.
Oh, yeah.
And Miss 3. What was that?
I had to.
Oh my God. Here we go with the antics. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And like
you
I
started
said,
it.
it's your boy Onyx. Well, some of y'all boys.
Some of y'all boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God. T got it going. Okay. Anywho, I see a latecomer in the building. Damon DJ Jackson. What up with you, boy? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So, I'm not sure where Snoopy Cliff Mello is. He might be tardy for the party or MIA. I'm not sure tonight. Anywho, you guys feeling good? Y'all ready to get this party started? Ready to start some ruckuses? I was hoping that he would be here. I was hoping that he would be here. Damn it, boy. I'm going to pause what I was going to do, and we're going to just get right into something intense. Let's see how this goes. Ladies. I'm always picking on y'all, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me do like this. Now, let me let y'all choose. Y'all want to be on the top or on the bottom? What?
My question is what you want to
I
what do
like
you want to do?
We want to ride tonight.
Oh,
They want to ride tonight.
well, here we go. Shorty want to ride with me.
If you're let's do it.
Oh, ride it. All these innuendos.
Saddle,
Oh my God.
waiting. We don't want to see me though.
Lolo down here with us though, so never mind.
We ain't got no choice because Snoopy Cliff Mello,
Well-
yeah, whenever he get here. So
So you have to swap them out.
okay, we can do
Periodically.
that. We can do that. Swap
We
them
could
out.
swap. We could swap. Nothing
Okay.
like it.
Oh, we
We're
good.
gonna do that. Yeah. We ain't gonna let Auntie get all of us. How about that?
Right.
Auntie can handle it.
Ooh, here we go,
I'm not
y'all.
gonna- yeah.
We're gonna start this off real
See you cutting up
seriously.
there.
So we had a little break last week. You know, shouts out to those of us or those of y'all that got to participate a little bit in some Day of Love activities. And while y'all was doing that, you know, I was doing a little homework and a little research. I've been seeing this, yeah, boy. I've been seeing this one question, and I was like, well, damn it, I got a whole bunch of ladies on my show. Let's see what they say.
Mm.
Y'all ready for this?
Here we go.
Oh, just in time. Snoopy Cliff Mellow.
He always come in clutch.
He in the dark, but
Come
he
in.
here.
Sniper.
DJ
You hear me?
Big Bert's
Yes,
in the
yes.
building. I see you, man. Thank you for being here. Nadine, my BF from Pittsburgh. I see you. So here we go. Oh wait. Snoopy Cliff Mellow.
Oh yeah.
All right, there we go. So I've been watching, a lot of
Porn.
social wow. A lot of social media.
Oh,
And
that's
this
what we call
question
it. Social media.
this question keeps popping up. So let's see what the ladies say. This is for the ladies, fellas. Sit back, take notes. Sit back, take notes. Here we go. Ladies. Oh,
Yes.
now why did it do that? Why? Wow. It's really been good to see you again. There we go. Ladies, do you believe in women's intuition? And if you want me to give you a little definition, I did do a little bit of that too. You just tell me the word and I'll give it to you. I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. It's believed that women have an instinctive sense for what others, should have been an S, may be thinking or may be doing. And in most cases, that intuition is directed to who?
Men.
Men. Okay, thank you, Talina. You on one. Here we go.
It's that win running numbers.
So, ladies, do you believe in women's intuition?
Wow, they quiet.
I
This
do.
is Jeopardy.
I do.
Okay.
I
Bree
do.
says she do.
I think
Awfully
you
quiet.
get. I think you get this feeling, like you just know. I do.
Okay. 3 says yes. Adrienne, excuse me, Richardson says absolutely. Giovanna
I don't call
says
it
yes.
so much as
Hold on. Melanie says 100. Next question, she said, oh yeah, let's get it. I'm sorry. T said yes. 3 said yes, ladies. Miss Day, Fuego, Lolo.
I think yes.
Can you guys hear?
I think most do.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay.
We hear you, Auntie. We hear you.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. I call it discernment.
Okay.
You can call it intuition. I call it discernment, and I absolutely yes.
Discernment.
However, I do believe there are times though where some of it is less intuition as it is maybe something that you have seen or experienced and that you might be attributing a behavior towards, but it may not actually be true. So I think we do have it. I know that I have had instances of it myself for sure, and they've been pretty right on point without knowing anything. But then there's other times where I think it's may have been attributed to a behavior or something that I might have seen, maybe was unsure about, or maybe was told but didn't necessarily know, but maybe the behavior leaned or allowed me to kind of make an assumption, but it was not always correct.
Right. I think that as well as having intuition or / discernment, we're also very good detectives. So people get it confused. It's two different things.
For real. Yes.
We need the clapping sounds.
Oh,
yeah. Where's my clapping?
Yeah,
that is not it.
Yeah,
that's my next job.
Yeah. Right cheek, left cheek. Here we go. Okay, so intuition Intuition. Miss Day thinks she's slick because she ain't said a word just yet. I'm waiting.
No, I think I think women do, but I think like Tamara said, men and women do. We all know when something is not right. We I call it discernment too, but I don't think it's just women's intuition. I think men and women both have it.
Okay.
We all been a place where you felt something ain't right. So that's my
I think women, we're probably quicker to speak on it. And if men feel it, they kind of wait. They let everything build up, get all their ducks in a row, and then they just like bam. They just want to give it to you all one time. When we're like, we build it up. We're not build it up, but we're like, okay, let's talk about this. Okay, we're quick to want to talk about it
Like
right away.
right now, yeah.
Right now, we need to know. I think in a lot of cases, we just want to know in that moment. We know what we know and want to talk about it. But I think men just hold on to it. They have intuition, but I think they just hold on to it. They wait for the right moment. They let it all build up, and then usually it's false.
Yeah, but I think we do that too, though. I think there are women that let it build up also. Like, we don't always go for the, let me say it right now, because it's something because see, a lot of women know, like, we won't say anything because we're really trying to see just how long they really gonna roll with whatever it is they're saying or doing. And we'll ask all the questions and say stuff and make it like, oh, okay, like it ain't nothing. But really, we just letting it build up and pile on and gathering more information and data. So I've had that. I've had women that I know have said that to me. And I think, in all honesty, we all know that occurs as well.
Yeah. You may not always speak on it, but our eyes and ears are open and we watching a lot,
Exactly. So we can do the smackdown.
Down.
We do some investigation if needed,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fellas, do y'all have any sidebar thoughts off
I
the
got a question.
responses?
I have a question.
Here we go.
Y'all ain't got nothing else to do. I'm not saying in life. I'm saying when you get that intuition and you go into this detective mode or whatever the case is, what are you doing? What should you or could you be doing at that time when you're filming this mystery that you're trying to solve?
I think we're still able to function. We still
Okay. It's
keep
not.
you going out
Yeah.
with us. We still do our regular stuff. But we know when and where to do. We don't
So
just hold on to it and sit
it's
on
not
it
an
for life.
obsession. It's just something like, okay, I'll get back to that. You put a pin in it. It's not like you're just gonna obsess over it. And
Yeah. It just
some do, but yeah, normally just
because I've witnessed it. That's why I was asking. I'm like, you ain't got nothing else to do. That's all you for the whole day. You sit up here thinking about this one thing, and that's it.
It
That's
doesn't,
all you came up
but
with.
that does happen though. I mean,
it
I have
does.
witnessed it with some women, and they are completely derailed, and even though they'll make like they're continuing on, and they, I ain't really thinking about. No, it's not true, and they are thinking about it, and so pretty much it consumes them to the point where they have to speak on it. But at that point, it's not rational. You know what I mean? It's more of an
Bullshit
attack.
at that point.
Yeah, yeah, and it's an attack for sure, right? So and honestly, I feel like, and I'm sure most women will not agree with me, but I believe that I don't believe in all that investigating. I think that when we go through a lot of that investigating, we find out other things that really will push us in a whole nother direction. And, where's the trust? And I'm not saying the things that are obvious. So before y'all jump all the way down my throat, I'm not saying those things, but I'm saying in some cases, we make a lot of things worse because we start investigating and attributing something to something else and making that like that's a current, and it may not have anything to do with nothing. So just saying.
See, I
Well,
Well,
think
just
that
to,
we're
you're talking
getting.
about
I think that
intuition.
we're getting.
Go on, Miss Day.
Oh, I was just saying. I think that for some reason, women's intuition is always associated with relationships, and that's not always the case. And I don't know, that wasn't the question. In a relationship, do you believe in women's intuition? I think that any situation that you're in that you're uncomfortable with, you get a sense of it. And it's not always relationship uh, bound, because I seen Damon said, is that insecurity? But you're speaking on a relationship, and I don't think it's always in a relationship situation.
True.
Okay.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Very
1 point for the
true.
ladies. 1 point for the ladies. Okay, there we go. No, I'm just playing.
One.
I'm just
One, you
playing. Don't
tripping.
jump down. Don't jump down
My
my throat,
intuition
please.
says
Your discernment. You got
no.
discernment. I get it. No, I'm just messing with you.
You know what? For me, mine is mostly being around my children. Um, it's just, call it, yeah, it's around, mostly around my children. And um, eh, that voice that you hear, it's not something you turn on or turn off. It just hits you. That's true
Yeah.
intuition. And it's never led me wrong. So, people say things like, oh, I always go this specific route every day and at this time, and something just told me to go a different way this day, and there was a 10-car
Mm-hmm.
pileup on that route.
Absolutely.
What do you call that? Some people say luck, some people say chance, some people say intuition, some people say discernment.
Let me ask this question. Since you
Don't have anything to do with relationship.
since you equated it to children, is that intuition with your children, or is that a motherly instinct based off of some of the things that you did yourself as a child that your child is trying to pull on you? Or is it truly the instinct or
You're
the
probably going to get some of both,
intuition?
but you know the difference. You'll probably get some of both. Your kids, depending on who your kids are, who you were, whatever, like that. But you know the difference when it's intuition, when it's something not in your control. It could be in your psyche and you don't know it. But for me, I can think of 3 instances right off the bat dealing with my son and my niece that I was raising that, yeah.
Okay. Melanie says, I collect data until there is no denying it. Then I back away slowly with no explanation. If you care enough to question the distance before I'm gone, then you may get an opportunity to know why. Thank you,
okay.
Oh,
Melanie,
Okay.
for that truth moment right there, because that's usually what happens, right? And I know that the question did not specifically say in a relationship or man versus woman. It said a women's intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know everybody has it. For those of you ladies that made it your point to attach the men to this as well, well, men and women. The question was, do you believe in women's intuition? Do you? And without a doubt, everyone here, all the ladies said yes, 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 and a yes and a yes. So, although we didn't specify relationships, but Talina kind of gave an introduction towards that as far as, we do our investigative homework. Melanie just confirmed or seconded with the I collect, gather my data, right? We do all of this. So I'm going to go to the B side of the record. I'm going to go to the B side of the record and ask this question. Fellas, y'all thank me later.
Oh boy.
It's always a setup.
Where are those instinctive senses when their man is unhappy?
Non-existent. Out the window.
Selective
Gone.
hearing and vision.
Oh,
So
I'm
they
sorry.
spent
Hold on.
they,
oh,
Let me
Yeah.
give it up
They
for
Oh
myself.
yeah.
they spend all the energy doing the investigating on the A side that they don't have enough energy to contribute to a man's happiness. That's on the back burner.
What about the
Oh,
intuition when about the lotto?
Not the
What do you
See,
feel
lotto.
in your
y'all are trying
what
to
do you
manipulate it, and that's where it's
no,
no longer
No,
I'm
intuition.
not.
You can't
I'm not.
manipulate it.
Hey, look
You
at these
can't.
numbers. What you feel in your stomach? What you feel about these numbers?
You
16,
talking about some
16.
dang psychic stuff.
I feel like
Oh
that
my god.
McDonald's I ate earlier. Yeah,
Doesn't
no.
Okay,
feel right, you know.
It don't feel right.
that part.
Miss-
I
So,
think people know when their partner is not happy, no matter what, whether you think you have intuition or not. I think you know, and
Absolutely.
you choose
Hmm.
if you want to deal with it, if you want to ignore it, if you want to glaze over it, if you choose what you want to do, whether it's consciously or not, you choose. And
Yep.
if your man is unhappy or your girl is unhappy, what you do with that is totally on you.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
I agree. I agree. And I'm not coming for you ladies, but as we've often had conversation after the show, the realities of what we truly face as adults, Gentlemen After Dark, the Grown Folk Network, a place where grown folks can talk without judgment. We have
Hmm.
to learn to get to the root of the situation, the scenario. And a lot of times we just kind of tiddlywink around, beat around the bush. We do everything in our power to get away from addressing the issue. When we could actually have conversation, especially for us here on the panel. We are not psychiatrists, psychologists, nor are we gynecologists, although some
Thank
of
God.
us play one, but but at the end of the day, we all have experienced real life in our relationships. We have had successes, we have had failures. We still work in progress on a lot of what we got going on. But our little community, we're able to talk about it. So now we're talking
Right.
about it with those uh excuse me, from the neighborhood. That's the people in the chat. The neighborhood. Thank you, Miss Day. We're talking to the people in the neighborhood. What are we going to do to address this?
I
Yes.
feel like when a woman can tell the difference, that's what separates a girl from a woman. See, a woman has probably been through enough experiences to know to when to apply her intuition and when not. So when a woman neglects her man's feelings or what he's going through, that's the girl part because a woman is gonna address that and rectify that situation if everything is all good between the two.
Right.
But
Oh,
when do you
yeah.
care enough? Do you care enough after your investigation and you find out whatever happened? Because like I've said on this show before, men generally uh, do things for a reason, and sometimes not a reason. But when you find out the reason behind whatever he did, then what accountability do you take on that? Even if the truth has been spoken, because sometimes it's blatant. I'm not happy, or
Hmm.
I sent Onyx something today where it said a little cartoon that said it's been 2 weeks. That's the guy talking, and then the woman came back with, "Well, I'm tired again tonight." So then
Oh,
doing your investigation, you find out that that Instagram girl done he didn't fail for that, and he just may have hit it once, twice, 3 times. But you all of a sudden you get mad. Yep, there it is. So
you stole my thunder, but okay.
right, and then now the conversation wants to be had when the flares have gone off already.
Yeah.
So now you're at an impasse. So there's some decisions to be made. Are what are you going to
Yeah.
do to make it better, or shall we just go our separate ways?
Yep.
And it goes back to
Yeah.
that question: where was that intuition then?
Yeah. I don't even know if that's the intuition thing. I think that's just
Gas.
real, right? Like if
Gas.
yeah, because don't give them no excuses, right? Because those will be excuses. And I feel like if you're in this relationship and it's been 2 weeks and you know it's been 2 weeks and you know that that's unacceptable in your relationship, honestly, what you mad about? I mean, that's the reality. Why are you upset? You're upset because you didn't handle your business. You didn't take it seriously. You didn't even try to deal with that situation. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in it. I don't care what it is. Even if I don't feel like it, I don't want to, or I'm whatever. If it's time, it's just time. I just do it anyway. It don't matter because it's what it
And,
is. I mean, it's
Oh
whatever
yeah.
it is. Time for.
and maybe
I
we
mean, it
just
is.
don't like you no more. Maybe we just tired of you.
And
How about
that
that?
could be true.
How about
That's true
that? How
too.
about we just tired of your shit because we unhappy too? How about
Why
that?
why stay? Why stay?
I'm
It,
getting
it
If that's the
tired
I
of
case,
don't say.
you.
I
then
mean,
that's
I know
that
sometimes
not
you
you.
have to say if it's worth fighting for. If it ain't
Right.
worth fighting for, I'm not staying. But if it's worth fighting for,
right.
then I'm gonna sense that we
It's
are not happy. We are not happy.
And
So
let's
what
get
are
back on
y'all at that point? What do y'all do? You just said we might not be doing it
I
because we
said
just don't like
then
you no
we're
more.
gonna have to
So
have a communication
yeah,
to fix it.
right,
I'm all about
conversation.
communication. I'm never about holding stuff in. I ain't never held my tongue for nothing. I'm gonna let you know if something ain't right. I don't hold my tongue. I don't know what women like we always lumping women all in one category together, and all women are not like that. And then when we tell you we're not like that, you don't believe us. Like I don't understand one person thinking for two people.
Well,
One brain can't think for two people.
generalities are based in truth. That's why I mean, there's not absolute. There's a difference between generalities and absolutes. So I'm speaking for me. I'm talking in generalities, which means it's based in a lot of truth, but it's not
But
absolute.
what I'm saying is if I'm sensing that you're not happy with whatever is going on, and you haven't expressed it to me, I'm not a mind reader. You're gonna have to let me know if you know you're not feeling a certain situation, something I said, something I did, whatever. I can feel your energy. Something is off. I'm gonna address it. Like, hey, what's going on with you? Now? If you don't want to talk about it, then where we gonna go from here? I'm not about to
Unfo-
be staying in an unhappy relationship unless it's worth fighting for and we can get it back on track. We
right.
have to get it back on track. And that's with communication. Everything stems back to communication.
a
You
lot of
know,
times when men try to communicate that with their woman, like, okay, so men facilitate security and women are supposed to facilitate the safe space, right? And sometimes when a man communicates how he's really feeling about his, how he's really feeling to his woman, it's brushed under the rug, or, oh, you'll be all right, or no, that's not what it is. So, it definitely
Then
has to be
maybe you
some
need to check
communication
the
and
boundaries
understanding.
with. Then
Oh, well, it's
maybe you
not
need to
personal
check
because
why you with
my
the
woman
woman you
good,
with.
so my woman facilitates a very safe space for me. So
Oh
I'm just
yeah.
speaking in general, you know.
Generalities hit yet
The
again.
Generalities.
generality.
Yeah.
So Berdina says that's the topic we keep going back to is communication. We all know. But if we're not talking about it, then it doesn't exist. You can't fix, you can't you can't fix that. Some may not think it's an issue. So I read something. It said communication is important, but it's the comprehension. That's
Yes.
the key
Absolutely.
It's
to the
also the
scenario.
Mhm.
follow. It's also the follow through
Definitely.
after the communication,
Yeah.
because you can talk
Uh-huh.
blue in the face, but if no actions result from that, then why are
Right.
we talking?
What we
The
talking
guy
Right.
in
about?
in the cartoon, the guy just said it's been 2 weeks, and what that heifer say? I'm tired.
All right.
So
Tonight
the
Oh
too.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and
Personally,
just put that back up there while we continue this conversation because I was going to bring that up as a topic of discussion. Thank you, Snoopy Cliff Mellow. There it is.
personally, I'm working on delivery because I think there are levels to communication, like you said, comprehension, understanding. I'm working on delivery because I can be real sharp with the tongue and it may not be received in the way that I want it to be. So
Yep.
I'm
Mhm.
personally working on my delivery in that part of my communication.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Not what you say, how you say it.
Yeah.
For sure. Me
That's a
too.
Well,
thing.
Me
That's a
too.
real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
agree with that.
And I think
I
so
time.
yeah, because
appreciate
it could be like you could be like, damn, babe, it's been 2 weeks, or like, fuck, I mean, shit, it's been 2 weeks. Like
Right.
what the, you know what I'm saying? So, I really would like to spend some time with you. It's been 2 weeks. It's all saying the same thing. It's all about that delivery, and I'm learning that it's you got to have the proper delivery, and the woman or man has to be willing to receive what their partner is trying to convey to them.
I
That's true.
agree with that.
But
I
it
agree with
also
that.
gets to the point of the which goes along with that your frustration level too, because then you have to have that, like you just said, that inner talk with yourself to talk yourself down. Believe me, I'm with you on that.
But make no mistake, sometimes it happens the other way as well, right? Like we like, well, because
Yep.
I've said it like, well,
Agree.
okay, so you getting the and all of what you want, but I ain't had X, Y, and Z. So when is that gonna happen? Because I'm
Oh,
still waiting. So yeah, we shouldn't say it like that.
Two-way
Well,
street.
That's
he didn't say his
sometimes,
head was hurting though. Did he say he was tired?
Uh,
My back.
yeah,
Oh,
what that
yeah.
Oh
it's not
yeah,
what he's saying; it's what he's not doing though.
doing
Doing.
right.
So
what that
you know what I'm
mouth
saying?
do?
So or whatever your thing happens to be. So
mm,
if
mm.
your thing is not being addressed, then but you getting everything you want all the time, there's still, we still have that same complaint. It might just look a little different, right? And there, but it still
Yep.
happens.
Yep. It does.
Shouts out to
I've been
all
on
the
both sides. I've been on both sides, and it's some bullshit.
Yeah, it
shouts out
is.
to all the mamas that's here, Miss Three's mom, Fuego's mom, and Miss Debbie's
Hey,
mom. They're in the
Hey, get them up there. They need to speak on that.
I'm just
hmm
playing. Um,
Mama Toddles best.
oh my
I was gonna
god, I
say,
love it.
yeah.
Okay, let me look
Just
at it.
saying.
Um, yeah, it's
Mm.
I'm gonna go back to what Berdina said. We just keep kind of like this always continues to come up. We is 11 seasons in, and communication. It's almost like that C word that Dana don't like. Uh,
Hmm.
Um,
COVID.
what?
COVID.
Oh,
COVID. What the hey? Anywho, it continues to be what is it that our Achilles heel?
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what it is for us. As old as we are, it continues to be our issue, the communication. And we could talk about communicating and I'm a great communicator and da 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 da. But you're not that great if the person isn't receiving the message or there's no interchange of the conversation. Because the communication is supposed to be I speak a little bit, you speak a little bit, you hear me, I hear you. Okay, now we've heard all of that out. What are we going to do about it?
there's some
How are we
action.
going to fix it?
Well, if the books with a lot of words don't work, just get a book with a lot of pictures, or find the balance between the two. I guess
Yeah,
that's what I would
the
do.
happy
Hmm.
medium. The happy medium.
I think sometimes too, earlier on in these relationships, people maybe they click on other levels and they don't really click on communication, but they think they can get past that and they accept it, and it comes
Absolutely.
a becomes a huge problem later because we all have different ways of communicating.
She's come up.
um, but if me and Onyx are communicating, but he's speaking in French and I'm speaking in German, and we don't know what the heck we're saying, but we just like, oh, we'll get past it, and we never get past it. It becomes a huge chasm in said relationship. So
Mhm.
I think from the beginning of relationships, people see all these things and they maybe it's just the sex and they think that'll fix everything, and it's not an answer to a
It's
lot
not
of things.
to everything.
I think it all circles back to really knowing who you are first, and I think majority of people get get with someone and they don't really know themselves. So you don't know. Okay, like when we first start going out on a date, you eat off my plate. It's cool. When deep down inside, I don't really like that. You
Right.
know.
Already said
So
that.
6 months of this, now I'm getting
Mhm.
frustrated and irritated, and it's becoming an issue. You know. So I should have knew that about myself first before I let that continue in from the beginning. So keep your fork off my plate.
Oh
You
yeah.
Get
should have
off my
said that shit in
plate.
the first time she. Hey man,
You supposed
hey,
to
don't do that. Don't even do
set
that.
the
Don't
set
even
the
worry about
rules.
it.
That part.
You
Skate
have to
Rick, I
draw
see
the.
you, man.
You know,
Rick is
you
in the
gotta
building. He
make
says,
those boundaries early.
the word says, know your wife according to knowledge. If you know her well enough, you should know how to properly speak to her and be sensitive to her needs. And I'm gonna give you this.
Oh yeah.
However,
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 look
on
at
the however, on the flip
look at
side, um,
Lauren's statement, Lauren Collins, because the question was not that. So she says, but the question was about the woman, Rick.
It's a
And
he.
he says, oh, okay.
oh
Lauren is
yeah.
a
Okay,
Hello.
okay. Uh-oh. Bert, my skate life is in the building, y'all. I think I'm gonna have to go skating. I think so. Bert says, woman
Bert
doesn't,
still DJing.
yes. A woman doesn't listen to learn, they listen to respond. Ooh.
Mm,
Is that true, ladies?
Oh
big
Two-way
facts.
yeah.
street.
Most of the time.
True,
Most of
and
the
it goes
time.
both ways.
That's a
Hey,
two-way street.
Yeah.
that's a two-way street. Some of y'all do listen. Don't shake your head, Miss Day. Don't you do it. And she took the deep breath. She like,
Yep,
oh no, not again.
I want to
Because
hear it.
some of you,
I want to
some
hear it.
ladies do, but guess what?
Yes.
I'll do it for you. And some men don't make it easy for you to listen. I'll give you that. But on the flip side, you can be a great communicator as a man. And guess what? She running
Still
off at
goes
the mouth.
unheard.
She going hard in the paint. And you looking like, okay, this what we doing? Some of us don't want to be argumentative. It ain't good for me. I need my blood pressure to maintain. But if I do lose it, I'm gonna lose it.
It could be a
And
mismatch of. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was.
no, I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say, and most of us don't want to lose it. I
Uh,
definitely want to love on you, but man, you're not making this no easier. You always got something slick to
Right.
say, et cetera, et cetera. Like, shut the
Mhm.
up. But you can't say that. Oh, can't you please be quiet? You get no reaction out of please be quiet. Don't tell me what to do. You ain't my daddy. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we
Oh,
go.
Oh my God.
Oh,
there they
sound like
go.
something y'all done
There
said
they
before,
go.
huh?
Mm-mm.
Rocky Marciano.
Rocky.
Oh, there they go.
I'm
Every
just
time we
saying.
get to arguing,
Hey.
Oh,
But I love it because we could talk about it, you guys. And again, this ain't nothing to do with the panel, the grown folk them. This is just us having a dialogue. I'm looking, I'm
mm-hmm.
searching for stuff for us to talk about. It's real life stuff that's happening in our relationships right now, our situationships, our scenarios, whatever is happening.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
we are not adapting and adjusting and fixing those issues. We just kind of skim over it. And then we ultimately use sex as the tool to fix, to be the
As
glue, to be the band aid, to make
to be the
everything
weapon.
better. Or
Like
the
or
I
the
weapon.
said,
weapon,
Thank
or
you.
the weapon.
Yeah, to be
once
the weapon.
once the baby batter is done,
Mm-mm.
you
The mind
start
is
seeing
clear.
things clear.
The mind is clear. Uh,
The baby batter.
That's
Oh,
gross.
so dumb.
I cannot.
Double
I, I
entendre.
I feel like a lot of times, the miscommunication also can come from a place of intellectual levels being different.
Yep.
If if
Sure.
if
Absolutely.
if I got a 12th grade education, she got a 3, either way, him or her, then that can be a big problem because two intellectual people can have a decent conversation and come to a conclusion. But when there's a big gap in that, there's no way to communicate with a person that can't understand what you're saying. So if you're using 13 letter words and the other person can only understand 5 letter words, then that's where things get short and misunderstood, and it's hard to come back from that because the original point of the debate and that argument gets lost.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
True.
it could
Absolutely.
also be two people trying to outsmart themselves, and I think the
Yeah.
communication has a lot to do with our past experiences. Because what if you come from or you were raised with a house that they didn't say much actions, or you were made to feel small? You're not gonna open up to a person who may be more outgoing, this and that. And like it was said earlier, it could have been something other than their communication, how they look, their job, whatever that attracted to you in that first place. So now you're in a relationship, and then you realize, well, this person doesn't really communicate their feelings that much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's based on, it's not that they don't know how. They could be afraid, or maybe there's a million kids, so they gotta yell to get to be heard. There's a lot of things, that nuances that go into communicating.
Mhm.
Yeah.
When you get with the one that's meant for you, you don't have to fight for it. I feel like a relationship, it should be just like breathing. I don't have to think about my heart breathing until I have a heart attack or something, but my heart beats. It just does. And I just breathe. It's not a cognitive thought. It's just something that happens. So I feel like a relationship, when you with the right person and it's mixed how it's supposed to be, it shouldn't be that hard. You shouldn't have to fight to keep your relationship together.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to. We can communicate, but we shouldn't be arguing because there's you don't get an understanding out of argument, you know. So um, communication definitely comes back around because it is a big problem. And being that what is it, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. We just have to learn each other's language and be willing to learn the other person's language.
Yeah.
Shouts out to
Be open.
all the fellas that's been up in here today. Daryl, I see you. Daryl Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, I see you, man. Thank you for being
That
here.
Randy Watson's brother.
Randy Watson. Reconfigured, man. The Drew Crew, Ruther, I see you, man.
Crew
All
crew.
you fellas, yes, sir.
Hey, Ruth.
All the fellas up in here tonight. I truly appreciate you. Jay Easy, I see you as well. Damon, this is what this is about. We've been trying to get the fellas up in here for a long
Yep.
time. A
They
long time.
overpowering us
Come
now.
on, let's
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
We need that.
No,
Should
no,
Yeah.
be
it
did.
ain't no overpowering, just leveling the playing
Oh,
field.
something
Yeah,
wrong
Balance.
with your mic. I
yeah,
can't hear
Balance.
you.
that's what's
Balance.
I
going
can't
on.
hear you. Something wrong with your mic.
Yours feedbacking is what it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh shoot. Damon Jackson says learning your mate's love language is a real thing.
It
And,
is.
and and we talked about that. What is the love
Yeah.
language? A lot of us don't even know what love languages are. Do you know how to, the influctuation of your voice? Yeah, it turns you off.
Inflection.
Inflection, thank you. It turns you on or it turns you off. One or the other. It's gonna happen. So we have to learn to control our octaves in such a way that we can get the conversation. But then at the same time,
Yeah.
I ain't trying to look like no fool, trying to be all okay. Well, I'm gonna use my inside voice, and I'm hoping that you'll understand what I'm saying. And then you looking at me like,
Say
no,
it
I
with
need
your
you.
chest.
I need you to say it with your chest. Grab me by my throat and tell me what to do. Tell me to shut up.
Put some
Okay.
brakes
No, don't tell me to
on.
shut up.
Don't tell you to shut
Uh
up.
oh. Uh oh.
See
See,
how you want me to talk to you, Miss Day?
You
Oh, you just smiling. It was good.
You're not getting milk cooked.
story like that.
You're not getting
I
no
plead the
brownie
fifth.
points.
The Fifth Amendment. Here we go. The fifth, the five on it. Yeah.
see.
So can I just take us back here, ladies and
Way back.
fellas? Way back. What I'm gonna do is take y'all way back. I'm gonna take you back to the picture. The picture says it's been 2 weeks. That's from the man. He is frustrated, FCUK straighted. It's been 2 weeks. And she says, I don't feel like it tonight. I'm pretty sure that
Why is he
some
taking 2 weeks to tell her it's been 2 weeks?
What
because
if
he
we
probably
read it
was
the
waiting
wrong
Because
back.
way?
he can't tell her it's been 2 weeks and 1 week.
But what I mean, but
What?
is it possible? Looking at this as it's a animation. Could she have possibly said, "I don't feel like it tonight" first, and then he's thinking, but it's been 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
She could have said that first, and then he was like, "But it's been 2 weeks. Like, what you mean? Not
At
tonight."
that point, I got
Yeah,
questions.
because it does look
I
like
got
it's a
questions.
thought. You right, Devin. It looks like he's thinking that and not relaying that.
Yeah, comic
And he
book
looked like
Tim.
he
You know
about
what
to
I'm saying?
cry.
Yeah, he finna cry. He finna cry in the bathroom.
So,
He's sick
Look,
so
of it.
I'm
basically,
sorry.
he is not communicating. It's been 2 weeks.
I'm
The
sorry,
lotion
Selena.
bottle is
Can I
empty.
ask a
Empty.
question? Do any of you
That's
Nah,
ladies know what blue balls feel like?
Nope.
they better not.
No.
They better say
I
no.
That
if,
would be a
if they
negative.
say yeah, if
It,
they say
it's
yeah,
been
Don't
that
know.
means
like
described
we
to
are
me.
there
covered.
is
I
a
do.
question. Excuse me.
I do.
Excuse
Because if one
It's
of them
been
say yeah,
described
we
to
gonna have a
me.
different time.
hello.
The whole panel
It's
No,
gonna
a,
be different.
but
Yeah,
it's
the
a
whole
real
panel gonna
thing.
that is a
Did you hear
space
me?
to
I
be
was like,
crying
I
for.
haven't.
That is a space to be crying for. Trust and believe that.
Excuse
that's
me.
a crying
It's a
game.
deep seated pain.
Ooh, like
Deep,
right.
Does
deep.
ice help?
Yeah,
So
huh?
No,
no,
No.
no, no,
pressure. Okay, it's pressure built up.
no.
You gotta
Y'all
let
remember
the
that?
hit the
Y'all
relief
remember that
valve.
movie they showed in elementary school? Well, some of you young ones don't know about this, but y'all remember that? Especially for him or especially for her with the real to. Alona just shook her head. You didn't get the sex education class in
So
elementary
the
school.
mom didn't fill out the
You
You didn't
You
get
did.
the
gotta fit
form. Oh
the
yeah,
fin-
that was the introductory. 24th
closure
Street
form.
School. Shouts
yeah.
out to all of us that got that one. It was on the
You
real to
didn't get
real.
that in Catholic school.
No,
Oh yeah.
non-Catholic school. We
Y'all the
didn't.
good,
We didn't.
y'all the good girls. I remember. I'm sorry.
Hell, them priests
We
was
didn't
doing
have sex
Oh
education
yeah.
classes.
that ain't what the
Anywho,
priests say. You better ask them little boys.
oh, you know
Ah,
what?
say it again.
Damn it, boy.
Uh,
Damn it, boy.
Stop
Oh
it.
Hold
shit.
on.
Mm.
I'm not even gonna you really.
You
Anywho,
ruined it. You ruined it.
Them
So
little
tell us
how
boys
do
about these
we
films.
ruined
right now? How do we feel? How do we fix that scenario? There is that conversation, and for those of us who are in relationships, married, live in, um, live in peace, whichever P you choose. We have it at our access. Let me put those quotations. There we go. We got them at our access. I'm supposed to get it when I want it, or get it when I need it, or we just take care of it. Well, the caption said it's been 2 weeks. Not tonight. What do we do?
if
What are
there's
we
if
gonna
there's
do?
no medical explanation,
Medical.
then
step
I
out.
then
Damn
I,
it.
then I
Damn it.
need answers like why.
One
Maybe
step
maybe it's
out.
like Miss
You
Day
know,
said. She just don't like you right now.
well then we don't
Yeah.
I
need to
don't
be
know.
together. Like
I never had that
they,
problem.
two
Thank you,
weeks
Miss
and then you don't
Richardson.
have and there's no explanation. Like that's a
Should
problem.
never.
At that point, sex is being used as a weapon. If what Miss Day just said is true, and you don't like me right now, you're not feeling me right now, and that's why you're not having sex with me, you're using it as a weapon to either one get me to
Yeah.
act the way you want me to act, or
Mm-hmm.
two to get me to be like, so you can go
Mm-hmm.
ahead on about your way. Either way, it's not
Yeah,
cool.
but
I
yeah.
agree with
Uh,
I
And
agree with
and
I
we
don't
too
Adrian.
know.
grown to go,
That's a
and
mix.
we don't.
Mix. I'm gonna go
Come on
yay
now.
and nay on that.
Adrian's
If
comment.
Adrian.
I,
if sex is the foundation of your relationship, it definitely can be weaponized. Like, and it shouldn't be that way. And if that's all you got to lean on,
Right.
then you really don't got much. Let's just
Right.
go our separate ways, and we hook up in two
I
weeks
mean,
or whenever
Richardson.
you feel like it, and I go do
I'm
what I'm
looking
doing.
for it. I'm looking. It's a lot. It's a lot of
Yeah, I
stuff
agree
up
with
here.
you on
I'm
that,
looking.
Doughboy.
Oh, there we
No,
go.
let me out, man. So yeah, 2 weeks when you feel like it.
I
Check it
hope this
out.
is
No.
Okay,
Adrienne.
yo.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Says
Adrian.
your man should
Adrian.
okay. Miss
Adrian.
Richardson says your man should never have to communicate something that he should be getting regularly.
yeah.
Absolute
Oh
cook meals,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
sex, companionship.
Do y'all
Those are
see
things.
Miss Day? She's making a statement right
Those are
now.
things. Those are things. That's what I mean by when you're in a relationship and when you're with the person you're supposed to be with. You should naturally want to do those things as a man to please your woman. Like you don't gotta ask me to pay the light bill. I know it's due on the 15th. I'm gonna put the
Mm.
money in the account or whatever.
When
You
you
don't have to. So I shouldn't have to
comparing checks
ask.
to a light bill.
Yes, absolutely. You
Mm.
because only in the sense that that is what you expect of me, because I'm your man. So you expect me to take care of things without you asking. You don't have to wait till the lights cut off and be like, oh, well, the light bill was supposed to be paid 2 weeks ago. Well, you were supposed to drop them draws 2 weeks ago, and then here we go with the back and
Whoa.
forth. You
Wait a
know.
minute there.
No, man, no, let me out, man.
Let me out.
What if you pay your own bills? Then
I'm not
what?
gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just hush right now.
Let me out, though. Let me out.
Let him out. Let him
Dropped
out.
the ball 2 weeks
Let
ago.
him out. Oh,
Well, am I wrong in any?
I don't want to
Am
be
I wrong?
compared to no dang on light bill. I'll tell you that
It's I'm
much.
not comparing you to a light bill. The action of me
The
paying the light
responsibility.
bill
There's
on
some things
time,
that
my
are like
responsibility.
spontaneous
Taking care of a
and
need.
do because you want to do because you into that person, you love that person. I don't ever. We talked about this a couple weeks ago about once a week in the morning, something, and people were saying it has to be spontaneous. I don't want it be on a schedule. Everybody was down on the schedule, but that sounds like a schedule to me.
Well, no, I'm just talking about
Oh,
expectation.
yeah.
I just
Like
heard light bill paid when it's due.
a man. Okay, as a man, we grown. We know what comes in a relationship. We know what comes with a household. So if you're gonna weaponize sex and say, "Oh, I don't feel like it. It's been 2 weeks." You don't have no explanation. Is it another man? Well, if it's another man, have another man pay this light bill.
Wow.
Dang it,
So
boy.
so in
Here's
2 weeks,
the
no
issue
sex,
I'm
it's another
having
man.
is that
I'm just saying, if you don't have an explanation, if I come to you and I say, "Hey, it's been 2 weeks," and you just say, "I don't feel like it," that's not the end of the conversation. Because I
Right.
could then say, "I don't feel like paying the light bill." Okay, let's not, because you don't want to be compared to a light bill.
Use a
Let's
different
say,
bill.
okay, I was just about to say the water
At
bill,
least say the
the cell
mortgage.
phone
At
bill,
least say
the
the
mo-
mortgage. The
the
light
mortgage,
bill.
Yeah,
you
say the
know,
mortgage. Say the
the car
mortgage.
note,
The
the
mortgage
insurance. But
man.
see, these are things that if as a man, if this is what you're doing, and then just for some reason she go to flip the lights on and they don't come on, and she like, whoa, wait a minute. Now she's got questions. It's the same thing. I'm not saying that women are like light
Wonka
switches. You can
Wonka,
turn
you
them
better
on and
do
off. But
something.
I'm just saying, like, I agree with um hold on, what the name is up here in the top right? Because I don't see the names no more.
Which one?
Top
Lolo,
No, he don't
Me?
agree with Lolo.
this one.
Wait,
I think
Talina?
It just
Yeah,
Selena,
Miss Day?
Miss
Miss
Talina.
T.
Selena.
Miss
Miss T.
Talina. Even if you don't feel like it, hey, just drop them. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel like working. I didn't feel like working these 14-hour shifts to pay these
Ooh,
bills, but I do. I do
yeah.
because
Somebody
I
said,
Well, I don't want you just laying there
I'm
either.
sorry.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
said,
Yeah.
I don't
nobody wants
remember
that
Can't
shit.
do
who,
that.
but somebody said something about a man women want a traditional man, but they don't
That
want to
was
be a
Mm.
traditional woman. And
Glover.
I wanted to say
I
what
think it was Glover.
exactly they meant by that because what I think, I don't want to guess, I don't want to assume. I need
You
explanation for
know, you
that before I
could if you
respond
take it.
because traditional woman, what does that mean in 2024?
the same thing
Anyway,
it did
Traditional
in
man.
Well,
You mean
no, it does
1954.
traditional
not
man.
because in
What you mean about
1980,
a traditional man?
you know,
Okay,
the
I'll let me
workforce
break it
was
down and
different,
explain
That's
everything
it.
was
from my
different.
perspective.
So I wanted
It's still
that
the
person's
same.
perspective.
Oh, okay. Well, a spade is still a spade 20 years ago and 20 years from now. It's still a spade. A traditional man creates a house. A woman makes it a home, whatever that entails, So if that means washing clothes, doing dishes, laundry, and I go out and work the fields or whatever, drive the truck, do whatever you got to do to make this home a home. I mean, make this house a house so you can make it a home.
Do do
Okay,
do
we
do
so
do.
where
Oh,
does
so
she
you were
work?
talking about a housewife.
But
Yeah, because we don't
No,
have many of
no,
those
You
anymore
talking about a
because
housewife. You ain't talking about a
yeah,
woman who's going out
no.
working as
That
well,
ain't
right?
what he
Yeah,
was.
you are.
That
Yes, you are.
he
You still
didn't.
talking
I
about
didn't.
women to go out and work.
I
You
didn't make
still
I
work.
didn't make I didn't
If
make the
you have
economy.
traditional values, you still work, but you still believe in that same thing. So
He
I don't.
literally said,
I
"Whatever
I
work,
think
Dr.
it's
but I
tell
believe
you."
in all of
unrealistic.
that.
I believe it's unrealistic, and I believe that
But,
when you say
but what
traditional,
part
I
is
really
unrealistic?
need that spelled out because if I'm working 14-hour days, which I've done,
Here we go.
and you're working 14-hour
Here we go.
days, and we have 4 kids, and everybody has to eat, everybody clothes needs to be washed, we all have bills to pay. So we as a couple are going to break that down to make it fit for our lifestyle. That's not quote unquote traditional. That's just us doing what works for us. And we
That
still
Glover,
want to
you
have a
a
sex life, and
troublemaker. You a troublemaker.
we still want to have a sex life. We still want to, you
Yeah, you
know,
got 4 kids.
do
You
all
got
that.
something.
Hell yeah, we
Somebody
we
supposed
gonna
to
get
be.
it in, but it's not quote unquote traditional. That's why I asked what that meant, because I don't, me Alona don't look at that as traditional. I look at that as we gonna curtail our relationship for us, and I don't know if you guys are
Yeah,
even
calling
if
that
you work
tradition.
14 hours, I work 14 hours. That doesn't negate either one of us being able to neglect our relationship duties.
Absolutely, I didn't say that.
So so it's
That's
still
not what I said.
tradition. It's still traditional in a sense where a woman is supposed to make her man feel like a man. A man is supposed to make his woman feel like a woman, whatever that entails. So if your
Okay.
man says, "Hey, I need you to do the laundry and I'll fix the light bulbs," or
So you make it
I
work for your relationship. That's what I'm saying. And I agree with that. But I just, when people say traditional, it sends up a flag for me because I really want to know what they mean. There's no such
but I
thing
think
as 50-50. Sometimes your relationship is 80-20, sometimes it's 70-30, sometimes you might hit that 50-50. But that old thing we were talking about, communication and how we gonna make our thing work, it takes it for me out of the traditional definition. That's all I'm saying.
But I think we're looking at that
okay.
too rigidly. I think we're looking at that like, the barefoot in the kitchen, you do nothing, like Miss Day said, oh, you just want a housewife. That I don't think that's what it is. I think it's a value system. The tradition, to me, it's a value system. So
That's good.
I don't, it's not, I have to be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen and don't have a job and all I do is make house and take care of, the dishes and the clothes and the kids. That's not it to me. That's not it. So I do work, but I have a value system that is very traditional. So I do believe man is the head of the household. That has nothing to do with who makes more money to me. It's the respect that you are due. It's the way I view our relationship. And yes, it might be 60-40, 80-20, 50-50. It's going
Not
to
70
span the gamut of
30.
things
Not
because
60
that's just
40.
life, right? Like we're all
Absolutely.
we're
About
we're trying to
50
figure
50
out what we're doing. But
love.
I believe what's kind of coming out of that is it's the value system you have and how you respect one another. And we women do place a lot of responsibility on men. We've had this conversation too about if somebody breaks in the house, do we expect him to go and handle that? Yes,
Exactly.
without a thought, right?
That's
But
tradition.
also, right,
That's what
but
they said.
also, when some men,
Invite.
some women don't cook and men like to cook. So some people can view that as non-traditional, but in your household, that's how it works. That's still
Oh
also
yeah.
fine. I think it's just a
Oh yeah.
difference in the way it's been stated. So I understand what you're saying, but I don't believe tradition means that you're just a single car family and you just home and you wait for him to get home and do all. No, I don't think that personally. So
Snoop, what
I
you got to
Really,
say?
really,
I know you
really,
just
really
itching to
fast
say something. What?
bef-
What?
before Snoopy
What?
Cliff Mello has to go back. Go ahead.
First, I'm gonna give the assassin uh card to Mr. Doughboy because he just I mean he said it. I think he said hit it on the head, and I think Talina hit it on the head as well because I think sometimes we play dumb not knowing what tradition is, and I'm gonna just call. I wish we had the sounder of the little kid. Bullshit, because
bullshit.
we do know what tradition is, And we want to be the protector. You ladies expect us to be the protector, no matter how much money we bringing into the household. And whatever, if I work 14 and you work 14, guess what you still want me to do? Take out the trash, fix this, fix that. And I'm not saying there are women that can't do that. But once again, the generalities and over the world and whatever community you look in, that's what the man is going to do. We going to hunt, we going to gather, we going to bring home the bacon.
Yep.
That's in the United States, it's the same damn thing. That's why women, there's more women married to billionaires and millionaires than there's a man married to a millionaire and a billionaire. That's just a point blank. So there is tradition that we need to, whether it's American we want to admit or just worldwide tradition. So whatever that is, as Selena was saying and the other ladies were saying, whatever works for you, work for you. But there is a standard that we can't. Let's not sit up here and play dumb. That's what's getting my goat. You know what tradition is. Come on.
Boy,
With
don't
that,
you call
I
me
hope you're
down.
not talking to me.
Because I will
I'm
have
talking
I'm
about
not
conversations
playing
whoever
with you
dumb.
later.
I wanted to know what that person meant by tradition.
a head
I know
dog,
what
a big
tradition
dog
is.
will
I
holler.
I
wanted
That's
you to
all
did
I'm
say
saying.
too.
it.
Wait.
And I totally agree
Oh,
with Talina.
pause. Wait.
I
Wait.
totally
Wait.
agree with
Hold
Talina.
on. Last thought. What was your thought, Mello?
What'd you say?
What was your last thought?
I said a hit dog will holler, but I didn't say no names. But like I said,
No, I know you was
some of
talking to
us
me because I'm
play.
the one that said housewife. So
No.
you know,
I'm talking whoever feeling some kind of way about it. Well, I
I'm the
simply
one
said
that
let's
said
not play dumb.
housewife. I said
I didn't
housewife.
mention
So I know
housewife.
you talking
No,
to me.
I didn't mention housewife.
Boy,
See,
don't make me thump your ears.
Bang bang.
look here, sister.
I love you.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh my
I love
cleanup
you
on
God.
too.
aisle
Oh yeah.
3.
Hey, I
Snoopy
ain't
Cliff
finna let
Mello,
nobody talk
y'all.
about me.
Bye,
Snoopy Cliff
Snoop.
Mello.
Back
Shoot,
No,
BB.
Talina, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you because I am a tradition. See, that's the thing. We have to define tradition.
That's all I
Although I
was
know
saying.
Snoop said we all know what it is and everything, but
We do.
automatically my mind went to being a housewife because Doughboy said he paying the bill. So as if the woman is not working, helping to pay the bill. That's why I said housewife. But I consider myself a traditional woman. I think the man should lead the home if he's living right. I ain't gonna follow no fool. You can't leave my home being a fool.
Of
Agreed.
course.
So
Yep.
that's why I said housewife because he went to if he's paying the bills like he's paying all the bills. That's why I
No.
said
I was referring to the sex part, like what we expect of each other. I know in today's world, it takes two people to run a household because of the economy. Men didn't make the economy. It just is what it is. I'm looking at the gas price for fuel right now is 4.35. You know, I didn't do that. But what I'm saying is like
That's all?
traditionally, well, no, this for diesel. I got to get 200 gallons. That's a lot,
Oh,
like
okay.
$800-900. That's high.
Okay. I stand
So,
corrected.
no, but I know I agree with what both of y'all are saying. I didn't mean it like the barefoot and pregnant. Like you stay home, you do it. Well, I'm just saying as far traditionally, as far as like how a woman views a man and how a man views a woman, like Miss Talina said, how you value that person. The values have changed to what tradition is.
Right.
Let
Yeah.
me speak on.
I don't consider myself no independent woman, Rue. I don't want to be independent. I think that word is stupid.
Be
I think I
interdependent.
find myself to be independent in my skill set and who I am. Yeah, absolutely. I'm an independent person because I've developed who I am. I've gone to school. I've known what I wanted. Now, when it comes to a relationship, I'm not trying to stand on independence. Absolutely not. But
Exactly.
there's a
Yes.
difference. Am I an independent person? Absolutely. I've set my goals. I've achieved my goals. I'm continuing to work down that path. Now, if I'm in a relationship, no, I'm not going to consider myself independent because I consider us a partnership. So I
True.
want us to work
True.
together. So I can't even fool myself that I can be in a relationship or get in a relationship doing that wonk, 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 wonk. I'm independent. I'm a self-made woman. I'm not, no, I'm not about that life when it comes to a relationship. But yes,
But
there's some
I'm thinking
independence that
too
I
that
had to
that's
walk
what
on
they.
and stand on because I had to do it myself. And the independent is also, I'm not judging people who say I'm a self-made woman. Because you also have to look at, you have to look at people's past. You have to look at how many, maybe the question is, or an additional piece of that question is, how many women were raised in a single family household where their mothers
Yes,
taught them to be independent? We didn't have other choices
absolutely.
because the fathers were
Exactly.
absent, or if the fathers were there,
Yes.
they weren't there in the way that the mothers needed them there. So our parents have taught us to be independent, to stand on strength, to stand on our power. But when we get in a relationship, there also are the single mothers who taught us, like, baby, I'm gonna teach you how to stand alone when you need to, but when you get in
I'm gonna
this
teach you how to
relationship,
survive,
yeah,
right? I'm teaching you
exactly,
how to
that's the
Right.
word. I'm
survive.
gonna teach you how to survive.
Amen.
But when you're in a relationship, there's some
Until, yes.
submissive things that need to take place, and you got to be
Hmm.
okay with that if you want a powerful partnership with your mate.
Amen.
Which is
So
Yeah.
there,
very
yes,
Amen.
hard.
in
Which
some
is
ways I
very
am.
hard
Mhm.
sometimes when you've been doing it on your own. It's hard.
Yeah. But in the independent sense, T3 that I'm talking about is, I'm sure what Rue was talking about is those independent, I
Like,
don't need a
I don't
man
need no
Yeah,
man,
chick.
right? No, I don't
yeah.
That's what
believe that.
I'm referring to. But I agree with
Yeah.
you
Mm-mm.
100%.
In the
That
spirit of
that's one of those things that annoys me. That I don't need a man thing. Really?
Oh
Did you
yeah,
see the other? Well, there
Yes.
was
I
that
do.
one
I'm
thing where
taking
That
the
resumes.
cartoon.
that's
She
why I
said she
said
don't
I
need a
think it's
man,
stupid.
but then the tires were bald. Did you see that
right,
one?
And I'm
you
not
need a
trying to do
man.
that.
Smoking on the
That's
You don't
come
need
funny.
up
that.
under the hood.
Did you hear me? I know I need one, and I'm taking resumes.
Okay.
Okay, right. I
Oh,
pump my own
oh,
gas.
oh, hold
Speaking
on,
into
wait.
existence.
I ain't
Okay,
trying to change
Hold
no
Kevin.
on.
Yeah.
tires.
There you go, 3. Go ahead.
I
What
don't
you
want to
say?
take out the trash.
Listen, I am taking resumes. You've heard the conversation tonight. I am taking resumes.
She got skills,
She
baby. The
said
We'll
kid
be
is
back in
skilled.
resume.
2. In
Okay.
2.
What you
No,
doing too?
She said, "What you say,
Okay.
honey? She got skills."
Love
she
connection.
pay
Oh my
them
Look,
bills
God.
too,
cause
baby.
you know I'm looking for a wifey.
A wifey?
Mm-mm.
A wifey?
We're
A
gonna talk
wifey?
about it, right?
You know I say that all the time. I'm looking for
Oh,
somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody got to
okay.
do these chores up in here.
Oh,
See,
wow. So let me say this in the spirit of traditional. I see how we move, and a lot of times this is where we get lost in the sauce, lost in the shuffle. Because being traditional is not a bad thing. Being independent is not a bad thing. In order to survive in society, them, as the dude would say, them, society, you have to be a happy blend of all the above because real life does happen sometimes. Guess what? What happens when you're in a relationship, marriage, and he can't cut the mustard, meaning he ain't bringing home the check? But now three's skill set is keeping the income going, keeping the house afloat until he gets back on his feet. Because many of us, fellas, have lost our jobs, lost our way. We out here stressing, struggling, might even been homeless. Who knows? And usually it's the woman who's independent, traditional, that keeps the house going until things get back on track. So it's okay, ladies, to be traditional. It's also okay to be independent. You know, uh, my daughter is stepping into the world of driving. She needs to learn how to pump some gas if needed, do an oil change, or at least where to take her car to get the oil change. If all else fails, call dad. But that might not be an option all the time. So when we have these conversations, you guys, let's not get lost in the word alone.
Mhm.
There takes a lot of effort for traditional. Traditional, in my opinion, is mama and papa, big mama and big daddy, our grandparents, the ones that stuck it out regardless of what they was going through. They
Mhm.
ain't slept in the same room in 50 years. He got his room and she got her room. But guess what? She made sure he had his meds, he got his food, he had his snack, he got to the doctor. She did everything that she was supposed to do to make sure he was good. And in return, what was he doing? He made sure that mama had everything that she needed to make sure that he could eat, sleep, etc., etc. So
Mhm.
let's not forget those simple things, you guys. If you are in a relationship, I'm not expecting you personally to just bend over all the time and give it up because y'all got choices too. But men, at the same time, we got choices too. So it's a happy give and take that we continue to lose focus on the giveth
Mhm.
and the taketh.
Yeah.
In the majority, I'm not going to generalize everybody, but in a lot of relationships, it's one way. It's a one-way street. Somebody's doing all the giving, somebody's doing all the taking, and the
Mhm.
negotiation between the give and the take is the peas. That's all I'm gonna
True that.
say.
Yep.
Look at Adrian Richardson's comment. I like her
Comment.
comment.
Okay, let me see what we got here. Let me see.
And Bernard, I
Starts with
think right before
self-sufficient.
that, Bernardina
Mm-hmm.
and Adrian. After you do
Berdina.
this one, I think the last one you could do is
Berdina.
Bernardina.
Okay, Berdina. Okay, it says, Miss Richardson, thank you for your participation. She says self-sufficient means being able to provide for yourself. Independent means making decisions and acting as if you have no one else to consider.
Oh,
Well said.
yeah.
Well said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Berdina, is that the one that says, but if? It's
No, up
no,
two
up,
up from
two up.
Adrian.
Okay, here we
Adrian's.
go.
Yeah.
Berdina says, we know what each traditionally does, but as a woman, I know how to fill the gap because we had to raise, or we had,
We had to be raised by.
thank you. I'm getting old. We had to
No,
be
it
raised by
just
my single mother from 12 so I can do what needs to be done. Amen to that, because
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
most of us that's in this age bracket anyway was
Mm-hmm.
products of a single parent home. I know I am. That's how I know how to cook. I can clean for myself. Uh, I can go to the market if I want to, but a lot of that stuff is taught by somebody. Mamas did that. That traditional but independent woman.
Sure.
So, any final thoughts from the grown folk them?
Give it up.
My,
Give
give
it
it
Give it
up.
up. Give it up.
Oh, yeah.
give
Pay
it
that
up.
light bill.
Wonka wonka.
Pay the light bill.
Oh
Go
my
cut the light
God.
off and get it up.
I love y'all. Hey, you know what?
Miss Day, what
I'm a
happened? Where's Miss
oh,
Day?
she went out.
Oh, she
I'm gonna
gone
say
now.
this
Got
with the give it
around.
up part. Make it fun to get it, or make it fun to give it. We're not having fun,
Yeah,
you
make it
guys. We're
fun.
we're not having
Gosh.
fun. It's a
Oh,
job.
we.
It's a I'm just
Oh,
generalizing.
my bad. I'm like,
Generalizing. We are making it a job when
yeah.
the
Yeah.
intimate part of us is supposed to be the reward. It's the you reap what you sow. That's
Mhm.
what it's supposed to be like. I'm invested in you. It ain't as
Yeah.
easy as
Mhm.
I can't get it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get it. I mean, you could do that, but this is supposed to be a lifetime. So
right.
spend your time. Again, I'm nobody's therapist, psychologist, psychiatrist. I'm not a marriage counselor. Uh, I sucked at mines. It started off great, but guess what? It's the reality of some things that you learn over time.
Mhm.
So make it fun as possible. Those dates, we didn't talked about those before. When was the last
Yeah, that
time you
role
took them on
play
a date?
time.
Come on,
Yeah.
whatever
Act
it
like y'all don't
takes.
know each other. Pick me up
Put
at
on
the bar.
put on the wig and go to the bar. I never done that, but
Yeah.
shooby do something.
Something.
Okay.
Keep the fire flamed.
Dress dress like a skeezer and
Oh,
go to the bar.
we
Skeezer.
look. We taking applications for slut bucks. Slut bucks. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
What'd you say? Three? You no? No?
He said
No?
that
that
was
is
too
not public
hard.
information. That's
Okay.
not public information.
As
What?
your
No,
lawyer,
no.
say no more.
Say no more.
We
Well,
Thank you, Auntie.
Gotcha.
Don't say a word until I get down there.
hey, you guys, if my final words, if you have not done it, please share this with a friend. It is Gentlemen After
Mhm.
Dark. It's every Wednesday night. 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Some of y'all are 1 hour ahead. Some of y'all are 3 hours ahead, 2 hours ahead. Such a clock. We are here in Los Angeles, California. Come on, man. We're trying to get to 500 before the end of this here season. So tell a friend, G Man After Dark. And without further ado, I think that's going to be a wrap for us. We're going
Thanks
to
for
see y'all
tuning in.
next week. Same time, same channel.
Same station.
Love
Good night to
y'all.
y'all.
See y'all next week.